Life. Boom. Hello,
Oh,
guys.
that's
Good evening, good
wow.
morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We are talking about One Wheels. And to talk with One Wheels, we have to talk with guys who are doing a lot for the One Wheel community. They are in USA. That is, they are creating lots of stuff. There has the rides, there has the shop, there has the race, there has the competition, there has everything you can, guys, imagine. But better to explain a little more. Hello, my friends. Good evening, good morning, whatever. And tell us a little more about you guys for
What's
everybody to know.
going on? What's going on? My name is Josh. Everybody calls me Supremo, and this is my son, Eli, little lieutenant commander over here. And we host Oak City Shred Fest, as well as run Oak City Onewheel in the nonprofit side of the spreading the stoke, cultivating partners, and growing the community side of this community. Absolutely. And then I got my treasurer over here, Dave
What's
Wolf.
up, everybody? Yeah, my name's Dave Wolf. Some people call me the White Wolf. Been with the Oak City One Wheel crew for about what is it, 3 years now, and just so excited to participate in managing the finances for putting together one of the biggest one wheel festivals in the world.
So I go directly for my first question. I know that lots of people know, but lots of people don't know you guys. How did that started? How it came everything together?
Yeah. So when we the kind of the story that always gets told is that we all got together, kind of riding just around the one wheel, and fell in love with the one wheel and the capability to explore our space and get together. And the one thing that we found is that we can talk to each other while you're riding. So it was like a really cool way of being able to communicate and grow together as friends while also riding together. And then you also bring your kids around and stuff, and there's a lot of fun times. But one of the things we found was the real thing that we really bonded over was going out to Float Life Fest 3, which was in Asheville, North Carolina at the
Mm-hmm.
time, Hendersonville, in back in the day. And we just really fell in love with that like ability to like all camp together and grow and ride and spend the entire weekend together. And so when Float Life Fest 3 left, and then everything was kind of going on with we didn't know what was going on with North Carolina, we had our friends who had this festival land, and they were already kind of really ramping it up and turning it into this really cool thing. And so we just lucked out and kind of partnered up with them as well. And their Lakeside Retreats, by the way, shout out to them, is that they've done such a great job of really making this such a cool venue for everybody to use. And so when we started looking at this, there was this place next door that also had really beautiful trails, and we reached out to ask them if they could help out, or if we could even just use, not help out, but if we could just use their land. And they told us no, not at all. And so we had to end up making our own trails. And I think that was such a blessing for us, was making our own trails, because now we have Float Track and we have all these qualifiers and the trails that are in the woods and stuff. And now people can ride that all in there. You're not having to worry about pink line and all these other things. You're having to worry about somebody kicking you off in the middle of the night because the trail closes at when the night closes, the sunsets or whatever, right? It's open for the whole festival, and it's such a fun private venue for that, right? And then the ability to come in and just customize Float Track has been amazing, right? So now the evolution of that, right? This big best thing in disguise of Float Track has been that we had no idea what we were doing and just built it as we were going. And now we've got these, shout out to like Ryan Lurch and our new race director, John Brown, who they've really done a great job of grabbing in new dirt and new ways of using heavy machinery to bring the track to just a whole new life. And I mean, it is now where you look at a lot of the footage from years in the past or any of the races in the past, it was really like a really narrow track a lot through these places. And then it was like brush and stuff on the sides. And now it is 4 feet wide the whole way through, all been, all soil conditioned and all made really nice. And now it's a lot better for everybody to race. And even like he was just racing it yesterday, and I think he has had a lot of fun out doing it and really getting his times up. And then it also just helping out a lot with water mitigation, right? Because that's the big thing here in North Carolina is water problems. And we've had our whole years. The first year we had was we started with a hurricane, and the next year we were threatened with rain this whole time. And so the rain comes in, and it kind of changed the soil and everything like that. And so we wanted to make sure that with the rain that we knew was going to come, that we could figure out a way to help manage that. And so this new dirt that we've added in, this decomposed granite, that's in there, or not, I guess it's not, it's crushed granite, and that's going to help percolate the water throughout, and so it's going to keep it maintain a steady track throughout the whole thing. And so this is all stuff that we would have never been able to do if it wasn't for someone telling us no, right? And so this is such a cool thing that has kind of come from a no and a negative, and that's been made the festival so much fun. And now it makes it so that all things kind of now grow off of this thing at Flow Track, right? And so now with everything that happens, it's such a fun event.
I know that started to be a big yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then now, absolutely. And so to be fair, right, is that the one part of the people that have the trails, they say they're still saying no, but there is another part that has trails that are saying yes, and they're asking us to come, right? So it's a definitely now a different thing in the world, but it's fun. It's fun. It's exciting. And it makes it fun for the whole, trying to figure out ways of make fun events for everybody to be entertained during that time. Right. And that's been also another, kind of a fun way of coming up with these ideas, like the glow ride, right? Which just kind of popped out of nowhere. And Dave can tell you is just one of the best rides that can come out of this event. And it just really was just because naturally we saw what people wanted and how people were riding and how people were interacting with the space.
So before we continue, I want to ask something for you guys, and I want you to explain to everybody, for everybody to understand what is the difference from websites or YouTube channels, for everybody to know, because I'm going to leave all the links there for everybody to know where they can go and where can they, what is the difference from each one. So we start with the first one, the website.
So this is oakcityoneWheel.com. So this is where it's going to be mostly for all of our group rides. And it really also expresses our mission of spreading the stoke, cultivating partnerships, and growing the community, which is our nonprofit really mission in terms of our United States nonprofit status, that allows us to have a tax-free exemptions and stuff like that. And this is what our focus is on racing and growing the community and growing this education side of One Wheel. So we have our frequent asked questions. We also have on our menu there, we have our ways to ride with us, ways to join with us, and then ways to get your boards fixed. And those will get linked all the way up to the other things that we're about to talk about.
We're going to put then where you can fix it, because I think it's fantastic what you guys are doing. You are not just making a group. You thought about everything. You created everything for your community. I think your community is going to get everything. So then we have one of your YouTube channels.
Absolutely, yeah.
So for the people to understand, what is the difference from this YouTube channel and this one?
Yeah, just the only difference is one's for the group, the Oak City One Wheel group, and then the other one is more for the festival itself, just separating those two entities.
And what is happening with this one?
And that one, so that Oak City Shredfest website or YouTube channel is again more of a focus on Oak City Shredfest. And so as we're getting closer to the festival, you're going to see more of these raw footage of the races. And so it's just watch the entire race from the second the drone takes off to the second the drone lands, and being able to capture being able to see all that exciting thing without having to just watch the live stream and then cuts to all these different things.
Yeah,
so be able to see your favorite racers, and then also that's going to where the live stream itself for the race will be, as well as it's going to be posted on a bunch of other channels as well.
Yes, that's why I want to explain to everyone who is there to know where is going to be live the event if you don't have the chance. So first of all, I recommend to everybody to go to this guy's event, because if you see, before we go here, I'm going to show you guys, there are now close to 300 guys, riders to go there, and I think that is going to be maybe 600-700 guys here in this event. I hope that is going to be fantastic, and we're going to go directly here because I think it's important. Tell us a little more, guys, about this. How is the race, the tickets, everything?
Yeah, I'll show up to Dave. Dave can tell us all about, or he's excited about ORL.
I'm definitely excited about ORL. I mean, this is our third festival that we're putting on, and when we first did our first festival, I think we wanted to partner with Future Motion right out the gate, and because we were just really excited about the opportunity to put on a race. We had this float track we'd built. We kind of built it with, it reminded me of playing Minecraft, right? We were out there with shovels and pickaxes, no major tools, and literally etched a path in in a bunch of blackberry bushes that were full of thorns, and started racing on it. And then we were like, "This is it. You can't get any better than this."
Yeah.
And it took us a couple of years, 2 years, right, of successful races, but now we've been able to get a conversation going with Future Motion, and they're excited to have us as a regional event that's going to be part of the structure that allows you to get points to ultimately compete and race for the rail. So yeah, you see there what he's showing is some of the drone footage of the racing. I feel like we probably have some of the best drone footage I've seen in racing. It's extremely exciting to see it like this.
And crazy.
Yeah, the pilot that we have,
He's very good.
he
Oh,
is
he's crazy good.
extremely talented.
Always last year, always amazing. How this guy can do this.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think he's
it's
flying through
insane.
the
I mean,
rain
if
right
you look at
there.
the other videos, I mean, you see him, he's flying around other drones in the sky. Like for just his fun, this is shout out to Michael Scott Rubes at MSR on YouTube. He for fun, he tracks other planes, like other FPVs that are fixed wings. And so as they're flying through buildings, he's racing behind them with his with his quadcopter. So he is us going 20 miles an hour is nothing for him.
So let's see
quite
Amanda
insane.
here having some. But continue, guys.
Yeah,
How is going to work this year?
This year we're adding. I mean, we actually have the official race that's for the ORL race league, but we're also going to have an open class, and for the first year we're going to have an EUC competition, which that's extremely exciting. We have some
EUC
really,
competition. Oh, dude,
what's
that's
that?
very good. That is very good.
Yeah,
EUC competition.
We integrate really well with EUC and e-skaters. I mean, the PV community has definitely come together around this
That is
group.
beautiful, guys.
We've been, we're called Oak City Onewheel, but Shredfest is definitely a PV event, which is awesome to see everybody out there. We had people with scooters last year. I mean, it's like e-bikes. Not everybody in your family maybe is into riding the one wheel, but they can figure out a way to get involved in this festival. Because this festival is very fun. It's about a community more than anything. And so when you've got different devices and that flexibility, it allows you to bring more people together, and it really makes for an amazing event. Josh mentioned the Glow Ride. I mean, the Glow Ride, I've never seen such a spontaneous party evolve out of that's not planned, and everybody's going to their tent and their truck and pulling out anything they have that has a light on it, and bringing together the music and the DJ. People are coming out and they're putting their music on. Really an amazing time.
And I'm seeing here Amanda. Amanda maybe is going to come here because I'm trying to bring up to talk about the international one wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
I think that is very good what they are doing. The European are doing the same thing, and they are working with Future Emotion. And I think that's the way we build something bigger, and not just as a community in USA, but all over the world. And I think the one wheel is very, very big. And I'm very proud of you guys, not just putting the one wheel and bringing other PVs in a game. I think that makes the community more united. That is what.
It's fantastic, and it's one of the things that I really do love about the fact of this private space that we have. Right, when I say private, I mean it's owned by somebody else, but it is. The control that we have there allows this ability to have these different devices there, and allows everybody to feel comfortable that they can have their Shure on, they can have their custom made e-bike, they can have whatever they're going to bring out there. They can feel comfortable that they're going to be showing off to people who love it just as much as they do, right? And that's the thing that I know we love the most about it, is that like you can bring we have our guy, shout out to Ricky, who he really wasn't able to ride his one wheel anymore, so he converted it for last year. He converted it into a go-kart, so he was sitting down and using the motor of the one wheel, the whole capability of the one wheel, so not just the motor, the whole one wheel itself. And then that was propelling him down the road. And then this year, he's now converted his bike to do that. And there's a bunch of content that we have out recently. Even today, I posted a video that shows him out there on it. And he's converted the entire rear tire of the bike now is just a contraption that is controlling the angle of the board. It is crazy, and it's insane that he's riding it up and down trails that people would even struggle to. Some people would struggle on a one wheel too. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's insane.
So my friend, the race is going to be, how is going to work this year, the race, for the people to understand?
Yeah, so it's another exciting thing that we have for this year that's changing up is that the first year, stopwatches, right? Second year, laser timer. This year, RFID timing system. So we are
Okay.
going full bore with the RFID system. So we're using the same system that Flow Life Fest 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and everybody's used. And so that we can make sure that we are providing the most accurate time system that we can, and so everybody will be able to also get through so many racers. Because the past few years, we've been only be able to have just for time because of being able to get through racers. We've been only be able to sell about 100 to 120 race tickets. This year, as you can see on our website, we are already way beyond that. So we would have, we need that ability because of the RFID system isn't allowing that to be able to take on, and then we also be able to push those leaderboards out on the websites and everything like that. So everybody that is watching this, who aren't able to get there, will be able to actually see these leaderboards live. So it's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah.
And then on the other side,
another big change this year is we've got the qualifying trail this year that we just built. I mean, I'm literally nursing sore muscles from working a stump grinder with a bunch of people that came out and helped yesterday get this qualifying trail into a good place yesterday. Yeah, Eli was a lot of help too there. Thank you, Eli. But yeah, so we're gonna have this qualifying trail, which means the float track's gonna be freed up almost the entire festival. That's a great idea. I don't know whose it was, probably John Brown's, but we're gonna have people just on the qualifying trail getting timed while we've got everybody else enjoying the float track and other trails freed up, and that whole area is gonna be.
That's a good
I think
question.
it's going to be a real party going on there, pretty nonstop as a result.
We're going to ask you this question, but before we go there, I would like to make the questions to you guys. Can you explain how the tickets work? What is the difference? What is for everybody is out there to know?
Yeah, for sure. So as it's broken down, we have the first one. So the first of this for all the years we've ever put on an event, this is now the first time that a total new yurt is now available.
Okay.
It was up last year, just wasn't available for sale. This now is available, so it's right there on the waters. It's a gorgeous yurt. So what we're doing is we're doing a raffle for this yurt. Those are $25 ticket raffles. We're going to sell 100 of those, and then when we can sell 100 of those, we'll pull a raffle for those, and then that money also helps out go to the festival and makes so that we can do these cool things. But that yurt also gets you get your own shower, you get your own toilet, you get your own power, you get like a dock that you got to understand you're sharing with a bunch of kids that are going to be also using that dock too. But you shouldn't be just hanging on the dock. But most of the kids and everybody that'll be out there will be probably using that dock. But you'll get and the giant unicorn, yes. But you'll be able to have that yurt, which is awesome. And then we may have another yurt available coming soon. But then if you go back to the tickets, the next one is the whole squirrel enchilada. And we did this because we wanted to make it so it was just the easy ticket. This is if you want to come, you want to race, you want to provide or compete in the trick competition. There you go. Grab this ticket. All you got to do is show up. Now you can stay on property. You can sleep in your car. You can grab a tent. You can sleep in a hammock. Whatever you want to do, you can. Whatever device you want to bring. Do you want to bring your EUC? Do you want to bring your VESC? Do you want to bring your GT? Whatever it is, this is what you're going to want to grab. Now, if let's say that you wanted to grab that ticket, then you wanted to also bring your EUC. You're going to then see there's other tickets available down there, like in terms of we have the float track head to head. We have the enduro race. And so those two races are going to be then, if you want to come with another device. So like, let's say you do want to compete with your GT and then you also have an EUC, you can get the whole squirrel enchilada and then just grab the ticket for the race that you want to compete in. So and just also to clarify, you cannot compete two devices in the enduro race. So the enduro race is it's only going to be the head to head that you can be able to do two devices. So if you want to do like I said, an EUC and your VESC, then you would need to get the whole enchilada and then also the float track head to head.
Okay. Different. Yeah, I think it's good to have everything separated. There is a question here. Where comes the tricks?
Absolutely, and it's coming from Greg, who's going to be. I think he's going to be teaching. Greg, I think you're teaching a clinic. I believe I'm teaching people how to do these tricks so they can teach a little better. But I might, maybe I might be wrong. But anyways, there's going to be not only are we going to help you because we do have our shout out to the mad scientist who's going to be running the trick competition. He would have been here today, but he's got family in town. He is running on he's going to be taking on the trick competition side or the trick clinic side. And so we not only try to get our trick riders to be at the best that they can possibly be, we're also trying to get the rest of the community to be as good as the best that they can be. So we teach these clinics before the trick competition. And then that way you can then take those skills that maybe you learned and maybe you saw that in those clinics that, oh yeah, there is a little bit some competition here that I can be competitive. There is some things that we are talking about new this year, so I want to. What's up, Greg? I know I'm excited too. So there's something that's we are still working out on the trick competition, so I don't want to lock anything down on but an idea that has been floated, and so it's a possibility. So I don't want to lock anybody on this, but there's a possibility that we're probably going to break into two categories: a pro category and then and an open and like a novice category. And that is going to be to basically prevent everybody having to compete against Bodie Harrison. We all know, we're all very aware. My boys are my closest friends. I love him to death. But I also know that people are terrified to have to compete against him. So I think that we're going to break those categories up to allow our everyday man and rider and everyday lady rider to come out and be able to.
So then we go to the other thing I think is very important, vendors and volunteers. How is that what you guys need?
Oh my gosh, we could totally use volunteer help. Oh my gosh, Kate, I love this.
So that's why we are here.
Absolutely. And Dave, yeah, totally. We love volunteer help, and that is a way to get your ticket covered. So if you can come and work 2 4-hour shifts, then you will get your ticket covered for the event. So that's another way to come out and.
Oh my God! Tomorrow you're going to have a lot of guys telling.
It's great because it's really, and this year we've got a lot of cool things. We actually are pushing. The gate and everything up a lot closer, so everything that is all the help is all needed right there in the vendor or all in the venue itself, not a mile away at the gate. And then so we need help with like racing and all these other things, especially some other things that may be coming. So I'll
so that putting here, okay, we are seeing that the Pushback Army post cast is there. I think they are fantastic. Go there.
Pushback Army is awesome.
I'm going to leave the link. I have the pleasure to interview them. I think they are doing a fantastic job. So there is lots of guys here helping you guys, but you need more.
Yeah, so we on sponsorship side, if you're a one wheel event, if you're a one wheel or a PEV producer, you make a product, you make a service, you provide a service, whatever it may be. If you want to come out and support and help out Oak City Shredfest, that'd be awesome. It'd be fantastic. We would love your help. There's anything that you do to help us makes it so that we can make this festival even better. There's so many things that we can do, and we have a lot of great ideas. It just has my treasurer can tell you, I will have a lot of great ideas, but the bank account might not be able to make that happen. So
I just want to explain to everybody's out there. So the guys who come and follow here, so you are seeing that this event is there one wheel, but you're going to have lots of different PVs there, like
absolutely.
AUCs, like
Electric Games is. Electric Games actually is one of our sponsors this year. So this is for the thing you're showing right now on the screen is from all of our last year's sponsors. But if you actually go up to the top of the page and then click on the supporters for this year, this is 2023 supporters. You'll see Amped Electric Games is
the top right corner.
Yeah, top right. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
It's wrapping.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So then this is going to be everybody right now that has signed up to help us out this year, and you can see we got Pushback Army, you got Armadillos, you got Makers PEV, all these, and then Amped Electric Games is what we were talking about. There was they are, if you are into EUC side and you like to fly high like Kenzie, you are going to have a great time because we have Amped Electric Games is bringing out the jump bag.
If you
high flying EUCs and even those one wheelers like Captain America and Tyler and everybody, we're going to have some flyers out there.
Yeah, gladiators.
Absolutely.
Oh, you have lots of good things, lots of good guys this year. I hope that you are going to have more guys. I'm not seeing Shrek lights. I'm not seeing lots of the guys here. I'm going to contact them. I'm going to talk about you guys. I hope that you guys continue to have lots of success. You need more sponsors. Absolutely. And now we're going to go to the guys who wants to help you guys. How can they contact you?
Yeah, so if they want to contact us, they can absolutely go to this the website, and then they can fill out the contact form right there, as well as they can just email us at info@oakcityshredfest.com. info@oakcityshredfest.com. You can just email us right there, and then absolutely just ask any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, and if I can't answer it, I'll have ChatGTP write up a great email to answer it for you.
So that is a good thing. So guys, if you want to come and help, you know that I know how events works, and believe it, guys, that is lots of work. If you have the chance, to come and help these guys, that is just going to grow the community and is going to show that the event is big and is going to be bigger with your help. That means you as help growing the community and getting the people to come and having fun, and you can say to everybody, I was there helping to this event to become bigger and bigger. That's the way everything works. If you want to do something, you have to help, guys. And I think these guys, they need help from you guys. And I think you're going to have. And 2 hours to work, that is nothing. What is 2 hours?
Well,
2
two
hours.
shifts. Two shifts of 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many hours?
It's
How many-
a day of work, but I
There's
tell
no
you,
problem.
yeah, I did it at
You have
Float
fun, my
Life, and it's a
friends.
great way to meet people, especially if you're coming from out of town and maybe you're worried like you just got a ticket and you're not really familiar with some of the people. You're not coming with a crew. Volunteering is a great way to get some connections really
Just
quick.
come and help. That is not going to be nothing, and you're going to have so
Yeah,
much fun.
and also I'm going to say something that Matt Holcomb said a long time ago, is that when you volunteer, you also get the front row ticket to the greatest show on earth. You know, you get to you also get to help out. You know, you run on the racing side. We need help with like camera operators and so that. Pushback would definitely would love to talk to you about that if you would want to help out with that. There's always so many things that you get to be right there in the action with. And that's one of the best parts about working with these things, that you get to be out there. And then also, so his side, the reason why I want him to be out here too is that, you know, the kids side of everything is that we are racing side of what we do is the kid races are nuts.
That's what
I mean,
I'm coming
edge of the
now.
seat nuts. I don't know if you, I mean,
Okay.
we were
Okay.
like, it was a little bit of question if we were going to do it last year, but there's no question this year that we're
So
gonna be
I'm going to put you then the question like this, because I want to say what is going to be the categories. What is the categories is going to happen there? Ladies, young boys, girls. Is going to be mixed. Is going to be explained to all of us, for everybody to know if it's going to be different. Is going to be everything together. How is going to work?
Yeah, absolutely. We've tried the whole everything together and tried all these different ways of being as inclusive as possible. But the best way that we've been able to do it and make it for time and just logistics of 69 trophies. Okay, let's just make sure we're aware of how many trophies this is. So we have our pro category, and then the pro category is gonna have your male, female, Clydesdale, and legends. And that's in the pro category, because pro category is the only one that now doesn't have a Grom category.
Mm-hmm.
And then the open class has all of that, adding in a Grom. And a Grom could race on a stock board. Like Eli will be racing on a stock board, maybe. And then, I'm just joking. I don't even know. So, so he's gonna be on a stock board, but he'll. You know, so there's going to be the open class will have the Groms, as well as, again, Clydesdale and Legends. No, I'm just saying that. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. So we have, like I said, so the only thing that's changing otherwise is you have the male, female, Clydesdale, Legends, and those are going to be on the open and the EUC side. And then the only one that would take away from that would be there's no Grom on the pro side. And you have to be, because anybody that is 14 and under cannot race pro. If you're 14 and over, you can race pro. And this one's only 10.
And he cannot race, or he can race what category can
so
he
a
race?
10-year-old would race in an open class Grom. So him on his pint is going to race open class Grom. And then, like, if he was on into EUC, then he could race as an EUC Grom.
Okay, and can you ride the AUC too?
Can he? No, he's been only racing on a one wheel now since he was 6. Riding on a one wheel since he was 6, and now this will be his first actual race out there.
And you are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, you ready? You want to go tell him?
No.
Are you ready?
What are you excited about Shredfest?
To see all the friends I've made over the past 2 years, and to play in the water.
Yeah.
And are you ready? Don't go away! Don't go
Oh,
away!
don't go away.
Come here! You have to start speaking. So first of all, you have to say, "I would love." Hello, how are you? He wants to talk to, but you have to say you want to have new friends, invite new young guys to come and to the event. Maybe that way you can make new friends, new everything. You have to make this propaganda. It's your chance.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Good.
So
Eli's very
I
excited.
hope-
He's been working
I-
at it hard, flow track really, really hard and getting ready out there. He and all the other, a lot of little kids out there in the festival have been working really hard to make flow track really better for everybody to enjoy. Now the flow track has, the flow track now has really been really cleaned out more in the center, so people are going to be able to really enjoy the track. And as much as this dog is now coming in and totally stealing
Let
the
him
show
be
here,
there. My friend, I have my here too. Don't worry.
dogs are sadly not allowed at at Oak City Shred
Mm-hmm.
Fest unless it's a service dog.
Okay.
And that is because we've had too
That's
many
a good thing
issues
for you to
with
say it.
dogs. So I'm
See-
sorry about that. Just everybody that is hearing
Okay.
that. So unless you have a RV that you're willing to leave the air conditioning on the whole time, we've had too
Yeah,
many
I understand
issues
it
with
very
that.
well, my friend. That is a responsibility, and we have to be responsible about our animals and everything.
Clearly, mine would love to be there. He would have a blast there, but it would be
Mine is going to die. I have an English bulldog, and when he's too hot,
yeah.
dies very quickly. So then continue here, guys. I want to share here some things from you guys. First of all, we talk about this, the race. We talk about it. We talk about that. Let's talk about this here, my friend.
Yes, electrolytes for the electrolytes right now available for the XR and the Pint, and they are available for the front and the back. And as you can see, you can customize the electrolytes. Those are made by 100% made by the community, sold by the community. They did all the training and this is all beyond my stuff. But they did all the tests and stuff and all this the troubleshooting, all within the community. And this has been such a cool thing. And so then the electrolytes has been one of the best things that come out of everything. And so shout out to Jared and Justin and Seth. They've been really a great job with that. But then Justin really, and again, Justin will be here too. He also has family as well. But Justin runs Oak City Shred Solutions, which keeps the Oak City Onewheel rolling and allowing us to be able to keep riding when everybody keeps making, when we were all didn't know what we were doing and screwing our screws through our batteries, or nobody knows how to change the tires, or you didn't know how to do whatever. We were all fixing that out through Justin, and thanks, and we're all able to still be able to ride our boards thanks to Oak City Shred Solutions. So it's been a really awesome thing that's been allowing us to not only branch out as a club and everything, but also as a brand, which is really cool.
I think that is important for us to have in a group. We don't have it here in Europe. Some groups are just for riding, and you guys have everything. You have a group to ride, you have a group to make the race, and you have a place that you can fix and help the community. That is very important. You don't see it everywhere. That means that you guys are working for the community and trying to help, not just to sell. I just want to say something. Like, that is very important. They are not paying nothing. That is not. It is everything free information, guys. If you are thinking, oh, they are making propaganda, like always, I left it here for everybody to know. That is just free information for all of you guys. I don't win money, I don't win nothing, and they are not paying nothing. That is just sharing. Sorry, guys, but I have always to tell that because the YouTube sometimes, and they are always thinking, oh, he's winning money with something like this. So I like to make propaganda for something like this. If you have a shop, that is very good. Sometimes I would love to have a shop close to me to fix my things or to help me, and I don't have it.
It's awesome.
And
I mean, it's really been great. Like when, things like, like when you have different issues, like sensor issues or just random things that you're just like, man, what is this? Or battery issues or whatever. You're just like, we know you got somebody to call, and we see it all the time on the group page is people coming up and asking like, my board's not working or for whatever reason, right? Different random things. And it's also not to mock anybody, right? But a lot of times it's something simple, right? Like they just don't know that they don't know how the app works, and they don't know that you got to take it out of Sequoia, right? Or Redwood or whatever, you know what I mean? So a lot of times it's very simple things, right? Just people just don't know. They just buy a board. They didn't know it. You needed the app. They just like turn it on and roll. So there's a lot of that comes with that too, that we're also providing that service and that education that I'm not like knocking Future Motion for this, but it's just that it's not available. And then this is what we're providing. So it's such a great thing that everybody's able to have. And it's something that we're trying to do more of. And that's where we have a lot of cool partnerships locally that are growing even more. They're allowing us to do things where we are hosting more rides. Like right now we have the Second Sunday Slow Roll, which is brought to you by the Float Life, as well as RBC, which is Raleigh Brewing Company. And so we start at the North Carolina Art Museum every second Sunday, or we would be here today, but it was snowing, of all things here in North Carolina.
Mhm.
So we had to push that, but normally we'd have that is our ride to teach all new riders. That's where we really have the kids kind of lead the way because they're going to be more of the slower riders, and so we're trying to push them to. And you also are so good, yes. And so then we lead the rides, and then we have all these different little events that we put on at Raleigh Brewing Company, where we have a bunch of things. Shout out to Electric Stoke, who has provided us with a lot of cool, like the ramps and slide blocks and different things like that, and the little bonkos and things like that. So we host on different contests, and then Float Life gives us prizes, so we get to give away a lot of cool things. And then now we have new riders who are, host. Not really new riders, we have gotten riders that feel comfortable enough to be able to help out more, and now we got DJ setups and everything like that, and people coming out, and we got food trucks and all these things that are just making the Second Sunday Slow Roll like an event every single month that is just super fun to be a part of. And then now we also have the Chew Monday Trick Clinic, which is Chew is teaching, which is our friend Adam Chew, which is a shout out to OC Send It. He does every Monday, again, weather depending, hosts a trick clinic ride. So it's again for all new riders. If you've never ridden a one wheel, you don't know, it's like something you just want to go out and just try it, check it out. Chew is totally happy to come out there and check that out show you and make you more comfortable, right? And then so that's just something it's an exciting thing that we offer. And then the more things that we're going to be kind of bringing up more as we go on. And then Tuesday rides, and the Tuesday rides are back on. So we have the winter, we end them because of the sun setting, but now the sun's staying up longer. We have now the Tuesday night ride, every single Tuesday night ride. Shout out to Joe and hosting the Tuesday night ride every Tuesday. And then we go around Lake Johnson, and we can go through our part of the Greenway. When I say our part, it's the part that we've maintained. Thank you. Clean up. And so that's the part of the Greenway when we go, and that's one of the best rides. Like I have a blast doing that because you just go through with a claw machine. And you just go through and pick up all these trash and stuff that's on the road, and you just put it in the thing, and it's kind of a competition of who can get the most trash. It's a lot of fun. So those are all those rides that are happening. And then as you can see here on what you're showing now is that this is the group, or we also have the work play rides every on the work and getting ready for Float Track and getting Float Track ready for OC Shredfest 3. And so this is just the kind of the shenanigans and stuff. We have fun out there getting ready.
You guys are having more fun than
this was yesterday.
This is yesterday, yeah.
The guys are having more fun. Okay, we are preparing. Let's go for a ride.
Yeah, I mean, I've got somebody to film, right? So like that. But it's also, I mean, as you can see here in a second, there really are Zambonis. It's like a thing that, like shout out to all those, trail owners. If you own a trail and you're listening to this, like understand that there's no damage. We're not doing damage to your trails. We're actually making your trails better. We're making them smoother. They're making them faster. And when we're doing these things, I mean, literally Dave and Eli were just riding literally back and forth, smoothing out this little ramp.
Oh, the start is going to be different this year.
Yeah. Oh, this is.
Oh,
big.
The start's going to be. It's going to be crazy this year.
Yeah, the start's going to be. We're gonna have no more false starts this year. I promise you.
That is going to be very fun, guys. I want to say, you guys make me very happy to have you here. First of all, I think you are doing a fantastic job, guys, and. I hope that in the next years we're going to see this event growing and growing because you guys deserve it. Oh, there is another guy. That's why we're going to go to this point here because he's going to go to your event and he's come from Europe. Awesome. Guys, how do you see this here? Because I'm seeing that it's coming lots of persons out of USA to your event for your fest.
We have several people coming this year from Europe. I'm not sure if he's talking about.
He's going to come
the live stream or if he's coming in person. But
no, he's going to come in person.
Awesome.
Yes. Victor is going to come in person.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. We met a couple people at Float Life last year, and we had Canada Dave came out and came to the work event. So we've got people not just from Europe, but just from other countries a little closer than Europe that have come in the past, and I'm hoping this year we'll break a record. I don't know how many we've had in the past. We'll have to
guys, you don't hope you're going to break the record. You have to break it. You have to put it. You always have to be very high. You deserve it, guys. You have to say it. We're going to.
Yeah.
because
well,
you
we
guys
need, we
deserve
need the
it.
people to go ahead and get those tickets, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you're coming from Europe.
Don't worry,
It's
my
ti-
friend. We
it's-
are here.
It's
We are
time.
here.
Yeah.
That's why we are here talking for you guys to get more tickets, get more people to help you. That's
awesome.
why the other guys is out there who have platforms. Use it. Make propaganda for them. It's simple, guys. You're not making propaganda. If they're going to win money, better for you guys. Next year, you're going to have more money to put this event noch bigger. It's simple like that, guys.
It's important for people to know. I mean, this is a non-profit event, right? Nobody's putting money in their pockets. I mean, unless they're doing actual work that you would normally get paid for. But for the most part, I mean, we have just thousands and thousands of volunteer hours that are going into making this possible. And so when you get a ticket, and especially if you get it early, it helps us. It helps us to basically manage
that's
that
what
money, so we don't put ourselves in the red and end up in a bind.
And the
That
more
I
money-
give you
more things we get, the more
100%.
fun things we can get. Yeah.
That is what I give you 100%. I know that lots of people let for the last minute to decide, and that's not going to help you guys. You have
It does
to
not
be,
help us.
No.
I mean, we have a
But-
little bit of a reserve from the previous year, but it's not a lot of money. We try and put as much of the money into the actual event so that everybody can take full advantage of everything.
My friend, I
We're-
give you 100%.
we're not looking to store up a big mountain of money for any reason other than just to buy something amazing, right? Like we want to turn Float Track into this, amazing place for people to hang out the full time. And I think this year we're going to get really close to that mission. But even next year, we've got some plans for what we could do to even take it to the next level.
I always tell to everybody, guys, I totally agree what you are saying, because I think it's like this. To make an event, you have to be prepared. You have to prepare yourself. You have to buy things. You have to have money. You have to do everything. I know that lots of people like to decide a little later on, but that is not going to help these guys to create the event. And the event takes weeks, months of doing everything. That is not in just one day. And it's not easy to have money. And you don't think that the guys who sponsor these guys, they're going to give lots of money. Sometimes they don't give no money. They just give T-shirts or something like that. Lots of people think, oh, they are winning lots of money because they have lots of sponsors. And sponsors, they give it material, not money. And you need money to pay for the machines, to pay to everything to prepare. Lots of things cost us lots of money. And that's why if you have the chance, or maybe if you have a company and you want to invest in this, guys, and maybe invest in this event, why not? Just do it. Yeah. You are helping the community.
I totally appreciate that, Nelson. I mean, luckily we've had several people who just like, oh, you need $600 to get a tractor out there. They're like, here you go.
Yeah, I know.
And we're a nonprofit, so luckily we can give them our a receipt, and they can take a little break on their taxes. But
I know
we need a little more of that.
I know how difficult is that to create an event, and
it's also been awesome. Now with the money though, we now have the ability to have these equipment out there. Like we would not have with the dingo yesterday and the stump grinder yesterday, which was cost money, right? And getting that out there was phenomenal. We got way more done yesterday than we would have ever gotten done in the past. And then now the next weekend going forward, is going to be even more crazier than that, having the skid steer and all that. And it's just, and really, we can have all this heavy equipment. Money can really buy a lot of these things, but you can't buy the talent. And that is really where, like Ryan Lurch and John Brown, it's just, they're phenomenal at this out there.
But my friend, putting this, I don't want to push nobody, but I'm always telling like this. That is the point why I make these interviews. I know how hard it is for you guys to put everything together. And if we don't talk, if the guys who has the Instagrams, YouTubes, Facebooks, just make a little propaganda and say it, guys, can you sponsor? Maybe they're going to catch someone that you guys cannot catch, or me cannot catch. And that way we work all of us together, and you can say, oh, look, I helped these guys to make the event better. And that way we're going to have more and more persons to the events. And what I want to achieve is like this. I'm a very guy like this. I would love to have like these guys in all the events.
Right.
I would love to have Red Bull there because they have the money.
Right.
And if they are there, if they are one time there, they are not going to go back. They are going to help you guys. They're going to make this sport like not just event, maybe going to make a Olympic sport or something like that. And I think that's what we need. We need to make propaganda. Enjoy yourselves, have fun like this. I think this here, What look, you can make this as a sport. You can
Yeah.
have lots of sponsors, but I think there is not too much communication out
I mean,
there.
thanks to our sponsors, that's how that happened. Because I don't think anybody else would put. And I mean, no, I love them. I love everybody that made that happen. But at the same time, we damaged a very expensive. So don't make sure that I'm going to say don't attempt that at home. Is what I'm trying to say here. Is don't attempt that trick at home because that's a very expensive trick. Because you need to have the very expensive spine the ramp. That then gets broken in doing that trick. So I would highly recommend not doing it. It's cool. It looks really good. It's great for content.
The other thing, what I say to you guys, if you are there and you want to go there and you have maybe a knowledge to repair, to help with something,
100%.
Bring your stuff.
Yep.
That way you can, if there is something broken, in this moment you can go to your car and help them.
Yep.
It's going to be good for you because your image is going to be everybody going to say, hey, thank you so much for you to help us. You're going to be proud of you and you're going to help the event not stopping to go because sometimes happen. And
no, 100%. I mean, actually, literally, shout out to if you are working repair, one wheel repair, and you again, we need actual one wheel repair people. Right? Like, I'm sorry if you work in your garage, and we would need to have their validation here. But if you actually are a official one wheel repair dealer and something like that, and I would love to have you come out and officially set up and help out because as you know that when you're working on these one wheel things, it takes a long time, or UC or any of these devices, it's going to take time, and so there is just time fractions of the day. So there's only so much that Justin or Renty Boards or anybody that is going to be actually out there working on these things has in a day to actually make these things happen. And we do know that a lot of people come from all over the world and they're like, oh, this is where I'm going to get my board fixed, right? Or this is where I'm going to get my tire changed because I want to change and that's awesome. But we just want to make sure that we offer that. So or we want to make sure that's actually available. So again, if you have a repair shop or you are again working on one wheels that capacity, we'd love to have you out at OC Shred Fest. And we have obviously the audience that wants to get their boards fixed. So that'd be great.
So I just want to go to another question. I think is important. This one, the race.
Yeah.
What we was talking we was talking in private. What is the maximal motors that you can have? Because there is different categories.
Yeah. So on the pro, there's basically there's two separations. Very easy around this on the pro and the open category for the one wheel. Right. When we say one wheel, we're talking about the one wheel platform. So not a UC one wheel. We're talking about one wheel, like the Future Motion style, right? That board is two categories. You have the pro and the open. Pro has two rules, very, very strict rules: Future Motion controller and Future Motion motor. That gets you into the pro category. If you do not have those two things, then you need to race in the open category.
Okay.
And then if you want it, but so everybody is aware is that once you go into the race to the rail, you're going to use an actual FM board that they provide for you. So just make everybody's aware of that. But yeah, so it's going to be very easy for people to race in the open category or very easy to race in the pro. We'll validate those, and we'll also have an ORL representative on scene that will be validating the top three boards. And that's going to be shout out to Justin Thompson, the ORL commissioner, who's going to be taking care of us for that. And that's going to be awesome. So.
Okay.
And it's only the pro that would actually apply towards ORL.
Yeah,
right?
that's what was my question.
Open's not. That's just for Shred Fest. And
okay. So when you come as open, what is the maximal? Because I'm seeing 84 volts maximal. Explain for everybody to understand because of
so you can on the open class. It's basically whatever. If you've built a board in your garage, you can bring it as long as it meets the standard of that. It is a side stance. So the single wheel in the center, but you're standing side stance. So you're not forward because obviously that would be an UC. So side stance. And then it has to have a no bigger than a 6-inch motor and then a no larger than an 84 volt battery. And then now at that point, everything is open. So if you want to bring a vest that has a controller for the variable tilt, let's go. Let's see what you got. You want a vest that's got the variable tilt built in for the controller? Let's go. Let's see what you got. Do you want a suspension? You're good. Now, be very clear here that suspension and all those other things may be not exclude you from any other category as well, but it is very open in the open category.
Okay. Then we have the AUC for everybody is on how that works is going to be open for all the categories inside of the race. Like
Yep.
if one guy is one with a AUC with 134 volts and the other one is with the one with 100 volts, they're going to race in the same category.
Correct. And this was so with our partnership with Amped Electric Games, and I'm not an EUC racer or rider, but we did consult with the best in terms, and Kenzie.
They are fantastic.
Kenzie Mudge, who is I think right now currently one of the top female racers in the world right now, and she's our EUC director right now from this, and she actually said the same thing: is that Flow Track is just such a smaller and very would we say technical track, because it is so there's like turns and all these features, that it is going to a EUC that has got a lot of power is going to be able to potentially take the lead, but also maybe the smaller, more nimble EUCs might be able to manage those things better than a bigger one can. So it might be able to balance out the field there. But we'll see. This is our first year really racing the EUC out there, so it may be one of those things where we grow the EUC next year and we change how we're doing that. But this year, again, this is just our first attempt at the EUC racing.
So then I'm going to go to the important thing, because I know lots of people don't read, and I think it's important for us, is the rules.
Well, maybe before we move on, just a shout out for the endurance race, right? So that's the first year we're doing that as well, and that's all going to be is that John as well? Who's got the endurance race? So John's putting on the endurance race, and that's going to be a race around, if I understand it correctly, a race around basically the property. So it's going to be a great opportunity to kind of see the whole property. It's
all mix in a race.
Yes, everybody, and then but when the winners will be broken out in the categories that the device are on. Yeah.
Okay, that is good.
Yeah. So it's an endurance race, which has got the adventure side of it, where it's going to travel throughout travel through some of the property, and then it's also then going to hit out at Flow Track, and then there's going to be loops, and then whoever completes the most loops in that amount of time will then win that. It's going to be of then those broken down devices, and then even also within the devices. So.
So then let's go to the rules. Sorry about I passed that. So
the rules is very simple. I mean, our rules are, and this is just because again, this is for insurance, and as you were graciously saying, is that we have this is a very taxing thing to put on these events, as everybody that does these events knows. This is a full-time job of doing these things.
You have to do it, my friend.
And that insurance is one of the big reasons is that we end up having to do a lot of things, and so insurance, we want to make sure that everybody knows you got to be sober, and you got to be sober. Okay.
Bon. My friend Bon, I don't have no chance.
So I said it. Am I going to sit out there and be NGT and anybody? No. But we'll be fine. So it's we also have the no it's not a contact sport, right? So if you are getting close to somebody and you're getting there, there's gonna be no hitting. This isn't hockey. We're not trying to push each other off our boards, right?
Okay.
We have Rumble for that. That's another game. And then we have that's pretty much it when it comes to this. Be respectful. Listen to what we have to say when in the race director or one of us says something. Please be respectful, and then be respectful to each other and respectful to all the attendees, because again, we're trying to grow the sport. And as you've been saying many times, is that this is on everybody. Those influencers and these racers, everybody is looking at you, and everybody's looking at what you're doing, and they're seeing that, and a lot of everybody's looking at what you're doing, and this is the future of the sport, and they're seeing what you're doing. So we want to make sure we're putting on a good example for that, and so that they can see that that's what they're growing up into, and that this is what the sport is going to be, and that they can actually help grow it.
So then I'm going to ask something for you guys, and that is important. When I come, I'm not talking maybe about me, but people coming from other parts of USA, and they want to come. I know that is going to be the fest from 4 to 7. But if I come 1 or 2 days before, can I come or not?
No. So we have too many things
property
going on out there on the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we don't have insurance out there for those days. So that's the big reason on.
Yeah, that's why I ask this for the people to know.
I would highly recommend coming out and hanging out in Raleigh. We've got beautiful greenways. We've got all kinds of amazing things to do in Raleigh on those Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday. But on Wednesday is going to be everybody that works at the festival and getting everything ready. And making sure that that's all worked on. And then Thursday at 8 a.m. gates open, and you can come right through the gates and you can start riding and then enjoying all the things we offer. But as of right now, it's an insurance issue is the main thing. And last year that was something that I was running around on the phone for trying to get insurance so right that one day to make sure that we actually did not lose the festival. So this year again, as I've been very enforced of that, is that it's we need everybody to come in on Thursday as the earliest as possible. But again, please come in if you want to come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There will be group rides. Do not even hesitate on that. There will be group rides those nights.
That is the important thing.
Those nights. We're in downtown Raleigh. We're in different events, and it's all posted on our Facebook page. People are going to be riding all the time. There's going to be different events, and then maybe you did get pulled into helping out at Flow Track one of those nights. Like again, like Bart Miller, a great example of this, right? Bart Miller came on to the first festival, helped out. In a second, yes. But he came to the first festival, and I don't think he really expected to come in and immediately have to get to work. But because of the hurricane,
yeah, but it was good. It was good. Come on.
Immediately had to get to work and pumping out the water out of the flow track and stuff. And so, those kind of things. If you want to come, you want to help out, and that's in ways. Again, like I said,
But Millie is a fantastic guy. He's crazy. I love him.
If you got to talk to Bart, we can absolutely arrange that. He's a great guy to talk to. He's actually going to be probably doing one of our commentators out on the racetrack. Bart's a great guy.
Yeah, Bart is a great guy.
Yeah.
And the Zoe is coming better every year. Zoe is coming. Is going to be one of the future big riders we're going to have, and I think it's important for us to see our community growing and seeing the kids from the other riders like your son there, and seeing all of them coming and enjoying to ride with us, the old men's.
Exactly.
So my friends, we talk about, I don't want to make this video because I want the people to see you guys and see. Don't forget, we are in all platforms of Facebook from Onewheel. I'm going to share it in other platforms from AUCs and other PVs for everybody to know that is not just an event for the Onewheel. And to explain it, I'm going to leave it all the links from you guys there. If you guys would love to come and see this event and enjoy it, don't think two times. Go there, click, make the ticket that is the best one for you, and enjoy it. I think it's going to be fun. I think you are doing a fantastic job. Guys, if I'm missing something, can you please tell me that?
Yeah, the one thing that I want to say, because you said about hitting up to every all PVs. E-skates. If you have an off-road e-skate, meaning like if you have the tires that can go off-road, you totally should come out. We're actually going to make a track out in the field and make it so that you guys can race out. That we had a kind of a small one last year. It just wasn't official. It wasn't as official.
That means if you are with a mountain board,
correct. Mountain
just
board,
come, guys. Yeah, just come and see it. If you are with a skateboard, but in this longboard you have it tires to go off-road. I know that these big machines there. Just come and enjoy the event. I think it's going to be a fantastic PV event, and I would love to see more than maybe 1,000 people there, and because then I can sit in my couch and enjoy the life with the drones and everything and see you guys having so much fun. And I think you guys deserve it. I hope that everybody is out there. Buy the tickets the sooner that you can. It's going to help them a lot if you can go there and help him with the event. That will be fantastic for everyone. I just want to show something for everyone. We're going to have another interview from a guy from New York. He's a racer, and he rides AUCs and skateboards, and he's going to be here, and he's from New York. Sorry. And then we're going to start the months with lots of ladies coming here to the event. So it's going to be lots of one-wheelers, lots of skaters, and lots of AUC riders. And I think it's going to be fun to have so many ladies coming here to the event. And just come here and enjoy it. I think that, don't forget that it's just information. Then we have another great group for you. Like always. From my side, I want to thank you so much for everything you guys did and are doing for our community, because now I cannot say for the Onewheel, I have to say for the whole PV community, because you are growing and you are thinking about all of the guys who are riders, because I think in the streets when you go for a ride, you're going to meet these persons, you're going to have this friendship from these persons, and you need them. And that's why I think it's fantastic for you to put all of them together in the same event. enjoying, having fun, and growing, and see your kid enjoying with other kids and everything. I think is amazing. I'm going to leave you with the two of you the last words for your community, for the people who's going to see this video later or doing now, and I hope the best for you. Well, let's start with you, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny as you're talking about that, the PEV community. When I first started riding one wheel, I think I was a victim of just feeling one wheel snobbery and just feeling very hesitant about getting closer to other PEVs. And Josh was the one who kind of turned the page for me on that. And now, I mean, some of my closest friends are riding different devices, and then a lot of people that I ride one wheels with are starting to move over to different devices. And so you're absolutely right. The bigger the community is, the more we can learn about each other and just have more diversity in our group, and then also have just a more influence as well as we shape this. So it's really amazing. I'm really thankful for people like Josh who've kind of opened my mind to what we can do here. It's if we limit ourselves to what we think, what we come in with, and don't listen to others, then you really don't get to have an amazing experience in life. So it's awesome. It's one of the great things about this community. So I hope that keeps going.
Do you know why is the community is good? Because you are here, my friend. You are working together with them, and you are helping. That's what we call community.
Yeah,
all of us
you,
together. Well, there's no problem. It's a pleasure to have persons like you, and you too, my friend, in doing so much stuff for all of us. I leave you with the last words, my friend.
Awesome. And like I said, thank you so much for having us on here, Nelson. This is fantastic. This is such a really awesome podcast. This is so cool.
Thank God. That is, you are the best one. Without you, there is no podcast. It's made for you guys because you deserve it.
No, this is awesome. This is fantastic. It really is great. And you're doing a great job. And I'm really proud to have everybody on here. And this is awesome. So thank you. And everybody that's listening, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this and for everything that we do and checking out all of the stuff we put out there. This is awesome that we get to do this. And then make sure you just go to oakcityshredfest.com. Get your tickets today. Like we've been saying this over and over again. It helps us out tremendously. This is what we do. Is what we want to do. We want to be able to bring everything back to this. We want to make FlowTrack better. We want to provide more things and more amenities for everybody. Trying to offer more things. Like, you want more swag and all that stuff that requires us being able to provide that too. So that anything new we can do. We want to make it happen. We want to grow this community. That's our mission, is to grow the community, spread the stoke, and cultivate partnerships. And so that is that's what we do. So again, like I said, go get your tickets at oakcityshredfest.com. And then you can come out and race with Eli. Eli is super excited. He's been practicing all this time to get ready to compete with all the kids. So he says he's ready. He says, Zoe Miller, he's coming for you. He's coming for you.
So there is lots of kids. I hope that the EUC girl is going to be there. I hope that she can. I love to see kids together. I hope that your son and lots of kids has lots of a good time there in your event. That way next year you're going to have more and more families, groups, and everything in your event, and that way we can grow, and maybe in 10 years we can come all the three of us and say, look what our kids are doing now. They are doing everything for us, and we just have to have fun. So guys, thank you so much for coming. For everybody seeing this video, enjoy it. Like always, I always finish like this: ride fast, but always very important, safe. Enjoy it, huh? Have a good time. Have a good day. Thank you so much.